All right. So for now, to most of you, obviously, you know that the Kwacha Music Awards are on this year, and of course, we do have quite a number of artists and of course nominations that have been done. QFM definitely we did make our own nominations here, and we're very happy to be part of this year's Kwacha Music Awards as well. Now joining me today is SOTIRIS, who is actually head of media for the Kwacha Music Award, and of course is part of the team that is making sure that these awards definitely go smoothly, and of course we all enjoy seeing the development of awards in Zambia. Good to see you.
It's nice to see you always, and always partnering with us. Well done.
Definitely. Otherwise, how have you been?
I've been good, thanks.
Great.
It's good to be back.
Great. Good to see you too.
Thank you.
Let's start by looking at just how much support. How has the support been for the Kwacha Music Awards, starting with inception up to date? How is the growth so far?
Okay, first things first, people are very excited and happy that it's back again. It was there, yes, last year, but this year it's like they've welcomed it even more.
Mhm.
And the beauty is that the industry, the artists have upped their game big time. I mean, there's music out there which is totally awesome. It's really, really good standards. And it's been hard because putting these categories and that, you don't know who's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like before where you say, this one's going to get it. It's looking much, much better now because people put in a lot of efforts. So yeah, it's looking
something that I need you to obviously clarify on is some of the negative talk that
again
we've been getting, especially on social media, from some of the artists and so on and so forth. What is that all about?
Okay, firstly, we've got a booklet. It's a guidebook. Every year this guidebook is released, and we've also got our page, which is www.kwachaAwards.org. So if you go on that page, even on Facebook, all the rules and regulations are there. All the information is there. All it takes is not reading glasses like mine, where people laugh at me and they say, hey, you're wearing glasses. At least I'm wearing glasses, but are you reading? You've got eyesight, you've got 20/20. Just take time to read through the rules and regulations, just like every event has the rules and regulations, and you'll see very clear, very, very clear. It's strictly radio-based. So QFM, okay, is one of our partners. We gave them the forms, and then the station manager will choose 3 people. But in your case, I heard it was almost everybody, which is even good for us. But we say minimum 3 people who are knowledgeable of arts in Zambia, music in particular. And then they choose from all the 10 provinces, they'll choose the top 3 of each province. And then we go into the main categories. So even on the main categories, we've got conscious awards, we've got R&B, we've got hip hop, we've got gospel. So that's how it's done. So when that nomination is done from radio stations, which is strictly radio stations, we're not talking about music playing in clubs, on social media, or on television. It's strictly radio based. So if anyone has any questions to ask, is like, your nomination came from the radio station. We are like a regulatory body. So when the radio station sends in those nominations, we as Kwacha Music Awards will sit together where we cross the board. We've got people from Zambia Association of Musicians, there's organizers there, there's managers, there's musicians, there's different types of people in the committee. And then we choose if the nominations from the radio stations are in order. You could say this person is from Eastern Province, but when you look at it, he's from Western. Or you could say he's from Lusaka. Yes, he's in Lusaka, but he's from Eastern Province. So we just put those in order. Then there's the other one where you could choose a song which you think is a hip hop song, but it's R&B. So after that, that's when we put everything in order, we give it out to the public for public vote. But before that, what happens is like, let's take Album of the Year, which is the biggest award of the year. In Album of the Year, we could have even 40 names, 30, 40, 50 names, whatever it is. This year, we've got over 40 radio stations that have participated from the whole country, all 10 provinces. So how it works is like a radio station has nominated you, QFM has nominated you, then that other radio station has nominated you, and the other one, and so on. So that radio nomination is a vote. So QFM has voted one, nominated. Then that one, that one. So that artist gets from 40 radio stations, let's say he gets 30 nominations, 30 votes. Then it carries on like that. So a cutoff point would be, in this case here, 7. We've got 7 artists. So the 8th one, you find the 7th one, maybe he had 10 nominations from 10 different radio stations. Now the 8th one had 9, meaning he fell out of the cutoff point. Then, because you find the public will say, no, but he was popular, whatever. He wasn't nominated. That's number one. The other one that comes into like an issue is like on the night of the show, it's always that thing, awe.
Mhm.
What do you mean, awe? Did you vote? You're the loudest there, but you never voted. Or that person did not get enough votes. Or they can turn around and say, no, Kwacha is rigging. Kwacha is favoring. We've heard all those things.
Is that possible?
It's not possible.
The rigging and of course, the favoring of maybe one particular artist is that possible?
It's not possible because number one, I don't favor, I don't rig, I don't do those things. I even say if you can't beat them, leave them. So on my side already, I don't do that. If you look in the booklet, you've got associations, organizations that are here. We've got partners that are with us, which is an institution that does the auditing for us. And then when Nelson comes to do the best song of the year, that envelope that you get, you're not getting it from Kwacha Music Awards. You're getting it from the auditing firm, and it's sealed. It's only given to you when you come to the stage, backstage. Nelson, you presenting this award. Here's your envelope. And the winner is. Only when you open it, that's when you know who the winner is. So I don't think that organization, the well-known organization worldwide, is going to get the laundry dirty. So I think it's very clear, very, very clear.
Probably looking at the experience that you've heard in this particular business, in this particular media industry, and also just outside Zambia, and also in the way awards are organized. Is there a difference in the way the Kwacha Music Awards are organized as compared to the way awards such as the Kola Music Awards were organized, and of course other awards that are quite acclaimed? Are organized in terms of the voting system, the nomination system, and all that?
We take a cherry from each bush, let's say, and then we create our own. We don't copy, or if you do copy, never forget to put your own in it. So, I mean, if awards have been there before us, we're 5 years now in it. We caught something from here and there, but we never forgot to originally make it a Zambian product. So each person has their own rules and regulations. These are ours. So this is how it goes, and this is how somebody would follow. Like when you do a beauty pageant, for example, they'll say, why do you choose skinny girls? That's the rules of that organization, that institution, that they want girls to be slim, okay, to that height or whatever. So each organization, each award has their rules and regulations. So these are the Kwacha Music Awards ones. And so far, I think it's okay. It's really okay.
How do you treat artists who back out for their own reasons?
We respect their opinion, of course, and it's always good if you want to back out. Just come and see us first, instead of always going to the public and making noise and whatever. What do you benefit from that? Not really much, and that's why we're a good organization as Kwacha Music Awards. Come and talk to us. And if you see any faults or issues, tell us. And we'll learn from those things, and we'll listen to you. And then next year, we'll look into them. So I think that's quite fair. Yeah.
How much percentage do you usually give to the general public when it comes to voting? Is there something like 50% from the general public, 50% from the the team that you guys would have put in place just to, yeah?
Listen to this, 100% public.
100% public.
The public is the power.
So the public is what makes your maps receive 2, 3, 4 awards depending on
Not
the
only your
categories
maps,
in which,
anyone else.
and anyone else.
Even other people that are coming first time on the market and they can displace a top artist. It's because of the votes. I'll give you a good example of a guy called Bonburger. Very aggressive guy. He would create his own posters, his own flyers. He would go around the streets, pinning them on the walls and on the trees and whatever. That is now great because now you're creating your fan base. And then don't just look at it like you're doing it only in Lusaka where you've got 100 radio stations. What about the rest of the country? Get your nominations already first from the radio stations, and then get your votes from the people, which is the most powerful thing. So a radio station just puts you in the category. It just nominates you. So even on that nomination, they don't look at, okay, this is first, second, third. You don't know how many votes that person got. You've just been sidelined as the top 7 for this category. Where it counts is the votes of the people. That is the power. And that is their power. So they should utilize that in the biggest way ever. Do your own flyers, do your posters, reach out to the people, vote for me. Give them a sweet if you have to. Yeah.
So let's talk about this year's awards.
It's going to be awesome. I mean, we didn't even want to talk about these things. I mean, we keep on repeating it over and over and over again. People should be like tired of hearing the same things over because it's as it is. It is what it is. So it's at Mulungushi International Conference Center on the 30th of September. And it's always really awesome. It's really fantastic to be there. We've got the red carpet at 18 hours where the glitz and the glam, you dress up to the occasion. And then, of course, the main event starts at 19 hours. Then we've also got backing artists, top Zambian musicians. And truly speaking, whatever other activities are going on around there on that same day, everybody's coming to the Kwacha Music Awards because, I mean, we've got the best of the best. We've got all the best musicians. Yeah.
Interesting. So now, how competitive, just from what you've seen so far, how competitive are this year's awards?
It is very competitive because I think people don't have that freedom of, I know I'm going to get it one time. There are other people that they expecting some upsets. There's bound to be some upsets. And the upsets can come from, like what you're saying, people voting for you. So I don't think anyone is sitting pretty on that seat of theirs. Somebody can actually steal it away from you. Yeah. So it is very competitive. I mean, if you look at some of the categories, you might not know which way it's going to go. It's not guaranteed that that person is going to get it. Yeah. So yeah, it's good. This year is really good. People have upped their game. Good music has come on board, and yeah, we're looking forward to that. So, coming to the night of the show, let me just read out like the tickets sales here. It's like let's put on our eyes. Okay, so we've got the terraces 150 kwacha, 250 kwacha are the ordinary tickets. And then we've got 1,000 kwacha VIP and 1,500 kwacha VVIP. So in this case here, we don't have that thing of you've got the golden zone there, the VVIP, and people jumping in. You will be a VVIP. You will be a VIP. Ordinary will be ordinary. Terraces will be terraces. So they should come through because it is the biggest happening event of the year. It's the only biggest awards in Zambia. And like we always say, you got to make it at home before you make it anywhere else in the world. Now, if the Kuchalos start calling and they start asking you, like, what have you done in your country? They will straight away bring up Kwacha Music Awards. And they'll say, oh, we know about it because it's the best and the biggest awards in Zambia. So even if a person does not win, just by being nominated, you're a winner. You get acknowledged. You can get endorsements. There's so many things you can get. Because by you being one of the nominees, there's others that weren't nominated. One of the finalists there. There's others that didn't make that cutoff. So you should be proud of yourself. And just keep on. It'll be your season one day.
Definitely. All right, so I was talking to Sotiris, and of course, we're looking at this year's Sun FM Kwacha Music Awards 2023. Quite a lot of competition. I think I had an opportunity of, checking out some of the entries, and of course, we did our own nominations here. And when I looked at the names that are there, I can assure you that it's quite competitive. When you talk about the album of the year, for some people, they thought probably Try Again by Your Maps would actually go it easy. But now, when I looked at some of the albums that are there, I just felt, wow, definitely Your Maps, Neo, Shefi.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be a killer. Look at a song of the year.
Exactly. Yeah, we've got song of the year. Chile
Yeah,
One,
look at
Makitu, Neo.
song of the year. There is Makitu, Chila
Your
One,
Maps,
Neo,
Pompey.
Pompey. Yeah, you give as much as you'd want to give it to Try Again by Your Maps, but you're also thinking, Shamboko, Shamboko's really came up. So the competition is quite huge, quite stiff, trust me. And I'm sure that people are scratching their heads just to choose who they would want to give a vote. Look at the young and upcoming. Look at the best female artist of the year. We have now the Zavens, we have Deborah, we've got Mampi, we've got Toera, who's definitely give out some good music, and she's been very consistent. So go to their website, check the entries, check everything, and the good part is that everything is being done online. So when you are voting, you are able to see how others are voting as well. So you are able to see how it's panning out. So
www. kwachaAwards.org stroke vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. How many times can one vote? Once? Or as many times as possible?
Ahead. Just keep on voting. Just keep on. That's exactly what's happening. So sometimes when you find our website is not working like what they say, it is working. It just sometimes gets a bit overcrammed because people are voting a lot. All right. Okay. So it is working. It's definitely working. So, like we said, we don't get those votes. It's the auditing firm that gets those votes, and they compile all those things. Then they hand it not to Kwacha Music Awards. They hand it to the person that's giving the award on the night of the show. So as much as we would love to know what's in that envelope, we'll only know when the person's reading it. So that's how transparent it is. And that's what people should understand. Yeah. So try not to destroy the show. It's here for you. It's made by you for you. It's made by musicians for musicians. So, and it's the only awards that are there. So why would you want to take away something that's giving you benefits?
I always say this is the only time that musicians become like politicians. They have to go out there and of course go and source out for what.
Yeah.
All right, so I hope that every musician out there, they're doing all they can, especially on their social media pages, to ask for more votes every day, every single minute. Wala la washala. I think that's where the Bemba statement actually applies. Wala la washala. You sleep, your friend is beating you because your friend probably is actively trying to, ask Zambians for more votes. Well, Sotiris, it's always great talking to you.
It's lovely.
And of course, I hope to see you before the 30th.
I'm sure you will, because you guys have been great partners with us, and thank you so much for giving us a platform once again.
And the beauty part is that these awards are always live on our national broadcaster and, of course, on other private TV stations, Q, Diamond, Prime, social media. They're always live, so you will be able to see something that you have not yet seen. Last year, it was amazing, but this year, it's going to be amazing in HD. So why not be part of the award? The beauty part with awards is every year, there is always a different new dimension that you expect to see. I'm not going to ask Sotiris to tell you about that, because that is something that you have to see on that particular day. It can be a different design of the stage. It can be a different lighting system of the stage,
of course,
or probably just the deco itself will make a huge difference. I think that is what makes Grammy Awards exciting, how the differences, the small differences that are always there. These awards, especially Grammy Awards, they are never different, but just what happens on the stage is what makes the awards different. You find sometimes just the way the lighting has been done, or the way the deco has been done, and all that.
And that's exactly what happens with our chairman, Davis Kabuswe. he's got such a big heart for this Kwacha Music Awards, and he always wants to improve. He always wants to put a extra thing in it, even if it has to cost, let's say on our side, where we never manage to find somebody to pay for that. So he'll just say, I want it in, I'll put it in, just to make it bigger and better.
Definitely, definitely.
So it is about the prestige, excellence, and honor.
Great.
And it's far, far much better to be there in person rather than watching it on TV, because just that sound that you have. I mean, if you remember last year, whenever the gospel singers would come out, it was like a convention.
Yes.
Everyone was standing up. It was amazing. There was like fire in the house. So you've got to be there live to actually see it.
Yeah, you gotta be there live. Trust me, I agree with Sotiris when it comes to that. All right.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
on the 30th of September, we are going to be screaming to say Muntu Amasuke. Nikumaskira kuma awards this time around. All right. So Sotiris, once again, thank you so much. And please be on the lookout. There's a lot of updates that will be done on their website and, of course, on their Facebook page as well, in terms of just keeping you up to date as we draw close to the awards themselves. So grab yourself a ticket and, of course, be the first to witness history in the making in Zambia.
They can get their tickets from copy ticket from all outlets of ShopRite throughout the country. Yeah, so tickets are available. And it's far much better to get your tickets in advance rather than getting it at the gate.
Exactly.
Because you just walk in.
Definitely.
Like a boss.
Yeah. All right. You're still watching QTV Breakfast, and of course, we're going to be wrapping up very, very shortly. And hopefully that you've enjoyed the show today. It's always great wrapping it up with legends like him. He's been a media guru for quite some time. He's definitely pushed a lot of TV radio presenters, models, and so on and so forth. It's a great year. It's a great year. All right. So grab yourself that ticket for the Sun FM Kwacha Music Awards 2023. The date is 30th of September. All right, thank you so much for watching. For now, it's bye-bye and enjoy the rest of the day.